first met WC years before.
Please move the cake.
God is good all the time. All the time.
No.
Sit down. Oh, the preachers are gonna proclaim tonight.
Hey there. So, what you're about to see are some powerful scenes from the movie Sound of Hope, the story of Possum Trot. While you're watching, I'm going to take you through the story, how a small community came together to make a huge difference in the lives of so many kids. All right, let's get into it. It all starts in East Texas, in this tiny place called Possum Trot. It's one of those small towns where everyone knows everyone, and the sense of community is strong. And at the heart of this town, you've got Donna and Reverend W.C. Martin. They're a quiet, humble couple, but they've always had this deep-seated belief in helping others. One day, Donna and W.C. learn about the local foster care system. They hear about all these kids who don't have families, who are just waiting for someone to take them in. Tugs at their hearts, you know? They start thinking, what if we could do something about this? They talk it over, and they decide, why not bring this idea to their church? WC stands in front of his congregation one Sunday and lays it out for them. What if we, as a church, could adopt these children? What if we could give them homes? It's a bold idea, and at first there's silence. People are unsure, nervous even. But WC's words linger. Over the next few weeks, families start to come forward. One by one, they're moved by the idea, feeling that maybe this is what they're meant to do. And then, it happens. First family steps up and starts the adoption process. Then another, and another. Before long, 22 families from this small church have decided to adopt a total of 77 children from the foster care system. These aren't just numbers. They're kids who've been through so much already. Kids who've faced neglect, abuse, and the constant uncertainty of never knowing if they'll have a permanent home. These families are regular folks, teachers, farmers, people just getting by. But they've got big hearts. They open their doors, not really knowing what to expect. Some of these kids have been in the system for years, shuffled from one place to another. They've learned not to trust too easily, and who could blame them? Slowly, things start to change. The kids begin to feel safe. They start to settle in, realizing that maybe, just maybe, they've finally found a place where they belong. One of the first things these new families notice is just how much these kids have been through. It's not easy. There are tantrums, tears, moments of fear and confusion. Some of the kids have trouble sleeping at night, waking up from nightmares that they're back in the system, that this new family was just a dream. But the parents, they're patient. They comfort them, stay by their side, and slowly those walls start to come down. The community rallies around these families too. They're not left to do it alone. Everyone chips in, whether it's bringing over meals, offering to babysit, or just being there to listen. And it makes all the difference. The kids start to open up, to trust. You see them smiling more, playing outside, doing things that kids should be doing, like riding bikes and drawing with chalk on the sidewalks. And then there are moments that show just how much these kids are beginning to feel at home. Like when one little girl, who hadn't spoken in months, suddenly calls her adoptive mom, Mommy, first time.
Hey there, fellow. I hope you're enjoying this video so far. I wanted to take a quick moment to ask you what you think of this video so far. If you're liking it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, now's the perfect time to do it. By subscribing, you'll stay up to date on all my latest videos and updates, and you'll get to see even more awesome content. So what are you waiting for? Like, subscribe, thanks for watching.
Or when a boy who had always been so quiet starts laughing out loud during a family game night. These moments, they're small, they mean everything. But it's not all easy. There are tough times too, days when the weight of it all feels like too much. Some of these kids have deep scars, not just physical, but emotional ones. They've been hurt before, and it's hard for them to believe that this new life is for real. There are setbacks, times when a child acts out, pushing their new parents away, almost as if they're testing them, seeing if they'll really stay. But the parents, they hang in there. They remind themselves why they started this journey in the first place. They're not just in it for the good days, they're in it for all the days. They've committed to these kids, and that commitment doesn't waver, no matter how tough things get. And then something amazing happens. The kids start to believe it too. They start to trust that this is their forever home, that these people aren't going to leave them, and with that trust comes healing. It's slow, sometimes painfully so, but it's there. The nightmares start to fade, replaced by dreams of a future they never dared to imagine before. And through it all, community of Possum Trot stands strong. There's this one time where they organize a big fundraiser to support the adoptive families. Everyone pitches in, whether it's baking cakes for a sale or donating whatever they can spare. It's a true testament to how much this community cares for one another. They know that taking in these kids isn't just the responsibility of the families who adopted them. It's the responsibility of everyone. And it's not just about money. It's about creating a village of support, a network that these kids can rely on. They're not just being adopted into families. They're being adopted into a whole community. They start going to school with the other kids, playing in the same parks, attending the same church. They're no longer outsiders looking in. They're part of the fabric of Possum Trot. As time goes on, you start to see the long-term impact of these adoptions. The kids are thriving in ways no one could have imagined. They're excelling in school, forming deep bonds with their adoptive siblings, and discovering talents and passions that might have stayed hidden if they'd remained in the system. It's incredible to see how far they've come, from those first tentative steps into their new homes to now, where they're confident, happy, and full of potential. And the parents? They look back at the journey they've been on with a mixture of exhaustion and pride. It hasn't been easy, but it's been worth it. Every challenge, every tear, every late-night conversation about what to do next, it's all been worth it to see these kids grow into the people they were always meant to be. As the movie draws to a close, you're left with this overwhelming sense of hope and gratitude. The story of Possum Trot isn't just about the kids who were adopted. It's about the power of community, the strength of love, and the belief that every child deserves a chance. The families who took in these 77 children didn't just change the lives of those kids. They changed the entire community, creating ripples of hope that will be felt for generations. And as the credits roll, you can't help but feel that the world needs more places, Possum Trot, where love isn't just a word, but an action, commitment to making the world a better place, one child at a time. Expanded Narrative focuses on telling the story in detail, using the script and descriptions to create a rich, engaging experience for your audience. Let me know if this works for you.